everybody, Tim W. Rago here, games, movies, and vlogs. How the hell is everybody? And speaking of how the hell is everybody, how the hell has Godzilla been this week? Okay, so before we start the story, let's hope that issue number 4 is far superior than issue number 3. Holy shit, it is! Already here, just looking at the first page, the art style is a major improvement over number 3. Or issue 3, sorry. Not as good as issue number 2, but still a huge improvement. And I guess the makers of this series took a lot of cues from the movie franchise, because once again, we have a new look for Godzilla, and this look is the 2001 version because of the dorsal fins and the blank eyes. And for those of you who don't know, this version of Godzilla is literally, and I'm not kidding about this, the reincarnated souls of the pissed off Japanese people that were killed during World War II. No joke, that's literally the explanation for this version of Godzilla in GMK from 2001. They literally explain that Godzilla is a supernatural monster that was created by the souls of a lot of pissed off people killed during World War II here. And in the entire legacy, this is the only time that Godzilla has ever been presented in this manner. And I know I said that for issue number 2, well, or really when I was reviewing issue number 2, that I wish the whole comic series was like that. But now looking at it, I wish they would have used this version of Godzilla, because 2001 Godzilla is a supernatural creature and hell is a supernatural place. So I guess it would have made sense to use this version throughout all 5 issues. But anyways, let's get on with the story here. So the story starts with Godzilla standing on top of Ghidorah with Destroyer next to him, and I think both of them are dead, because Godzilla did kick both of their asses in their respective films. Well, he did kick Ghidorah's ass, but Destroyer got destroyed by the military, so Godzilla starts walking away, and oh, they just get right back up. Okay, I really do like the 3-way beam lock on the top panel, which apparently doesn't last long because Godzilla just starts getting his ass handed to him. So then he pulls a 1998 and runs off, and then hides in some thick fog or whatever, and then Ghidorah picks him up and drops him. Now somebody at Legendary Warner Brothers must have read this comic and suggested that to Michael Dougherty here. And wow, we actually see Godzilla get fucked up a little bit. I think this is the first time we actually see Godzilla get impaled. But of course he survives this, and he looks and sees that there's a wall surrounding the city, so he, Ghidorah, and Destroyer can't get out. I guess in whatever part of hell they're at, they are eternally forced to fight. So Godzilla tries to get out, and Destroyer comes over and just starts beating the shit out of him again. So Godzilla tries shooting the wall again with no scratch, and Destroyer separates into all the little creatures that he started as before he became the big devil looking thing. And I think one of these does this to him. Decapitation! Like, damn, this is the first time we actually see Godzilla get his head cut off. Wow. I got nothing for that. That's crazy. That's crazy, seeing Godzilla with his head cut off and, oh, no, he's fine. Wow, so apparently in this part of hell, they're not allowed to die. They just are allowed, the 3 monsters can just eternally fight as punishment for some odd reason. They're not allowed to die at all, they just keep fighting. Okay, that doesn't make any sense, because how much can your body take after... Okay, that's just confusing. So there's a lot of ass whooping, particularly Godzilla getting his ass handed to him again, taking on 2 enemies at once. I mean, in some movies we've seen him be successful at this, and then others is just not a good idea. So Godzilla gets knocked out, and then Destroyer and Ghidorah are fighting each other all of a sudden. I guess because they think Godzilla's now taken out, they got nobody to fight but each other. This has no significance really. I just love the art style of seeing seeing Ghidorah's gravity beams and Destroyer's heat beam in a beam lock and reflected in Godzilla's eyes, or his one eye right here. I just think it looks cool. So while they're fighting and being distracted by that, Godzilla starts to break the wall again, and then all of a sudden Ghidorah and Destroyer start helping him. Like, I guess they realize that Godzilla's trying to break free of this place, and they probably want out of there too. So Godzilla's enemies helping him. Okay, that's a bit weird. Oh no, they shoot at him first and then they help him. Wow, okay. Had to make him have an asshole moment. Alright. So they succeed in breaking the wall, but all of a sudden, where the hell did they go? Seriously, this is a really weird ending to this series. Wow, Godzilla's just in a blank void. What the hell happened? Where's the city? Where are Ghidorah and Destroyer at? What happened to them? Wow. That's not weird at all. Damn, I can honestly say I really did enjoy this one. The fact that this issue basically goes back to the formula of issue number 1 with letting the visuals speak for themselves is actually a really huge improvement. Now, just like how in issue number 2, how we've seen recognizable Toho monsters show up in this series, I do love the fact that we get to see a couple of more. And the bit of Godzilla getting his head cut off, that's just wow. I don't have any thoughts for that. I'm really just shocked that this series had the balls to do this to Godzilla, and believe me, I wish I can put in the decapitation meme, but I don't want to get copyright struck. Now, the one thing that oddly confuses me about this issue is in issue number 2, I know I said that I ignored the dialogue boxes in issue number 2 here, but I'm only going to mention this one here, because in issue 2, they said that Ghidorah, well, the story explained that Ghidorah was the reason why Godzilla was brought to hell in the first place. And I wish they would have elaborated on that little tidbit a little more, because Godzilla and Ghidorah have always been major rivals ever since, you know, the Showa era all the way up to currently the Monsterverse. So I just wish that this comic series elaborated on that bit a little more, because in issue number 4 here, they just make Ghidorah, you know, just another monster to fight. So that little tidbit is actually very confusing story-wise, which is actually my first con with the story, is no elaboration on Ghidorah from issue 2, and my second con is the ending, with Godzilla just standing in a white void, which it just comes out of nowhere, really. So Godzilla in Hell issue number 4 is far superior than issue 3. The art style is great. The formula of letting the visuals speak for themselves is also great, because, I mean, as much as I love issue number 2, the dialogue boxes, just the fact that they were just all over that issue. Issue number 4 falls in between the first 3 issues. And what I mean by that is, it's great that it lets the visuals tell the story like issue number 1 with no dialogue whatsoever. The art style is a huge improvement over issue number 3, but it's not as good as issue number 2. I do appreciate that we get to see a couple more Toho monsters, and I do love the fact that they use the supernatural version of Godzilla in a supernatural setting. Like, those are all the pros, and then you've heard the 2 cons with no elaboration on Ghidorah's part of overall thing of this 5-issue series, and also the ending. So Godzilla in Hell issue number 4, 4 out of 5 for me. Okay, I hope you all enjoyed that. Please be sure to like, share, and consider subscribing. Also, the links to my social media, my Instagram, my DeviantArt are on the bottom right corner of the banner. So yeah, if you want to, come and follow me there as well. I really do appreciate all the support you guys give the channel. Trust me, I really do. It gives me the motivation to keep making content for you guys. So yeah, this is Tim W. Rago, and I'm going to say peace out, everybody, and see you all next week with Godzilla's final adventure through the depths of hell.